Here it is at last. The old place. £101,000 for a farm folk around Kinlaig haven't touched in a year. The field's rough, the building's tired, and the stories, well, those linger longer than the weather. This land once belonged to Ewan McLeod before he disappeared, and now it's mine to bring back to life. First morning on the yard, and it feels strange, you know? Quiet, proper quiet. Workshop's just here, tractor's tucked inside where I left it. Round the side, all the gear I've scraped together. Spray tank, front arms, sprayer, fertiliser spreader, the weeder, mower, now, grain haul. Roof's seen better days, walls too, but she's still standing, still usable. And this bit at the back, aye, the drop-off pit. Cow barn's next. Indoor setup, but room for 69 cattle. Lastly, house time. Single garage here, just enough room for a wee car or quad. And the farmhouse, my own place. Right here in Kinlaig. This is it, my new home.
Right then, plenty of work ahead if I'm going to turn this place into a proper functioning farm. First job on the list is cattle. I want to get some Highland calves in the barn early so they can grow over the next couple of years and hopefully make a bit back when they're ready to sell. Let's head down to the dealer and see what they've got on special today. That's interesting. Gowl G1015 bale wrapper, round bales, and it's on special. 56% off. I'll take that. And while I'm at it, pallet of wrap. Big one here with 40 rolls. £3,900, but it'll last ages. Might as well stock up now. Right, let's get this wrapper hooked up, and the wrap pallet on the forks. There we go. I'll drop both of these at the yard, then I actually need to come straight back. I've been meaning to get myself a small trailer. Might have to buy some hay to get us started, but that's fine. You know, it hits me how big this place really is. Feels strange owning land with this much history tied to it. Part of me's excited, but another part keeps wondering what Euan planned to do here before everything stopped. Here it is. Little bale trailer, no sides. Exactly what I need. £6,000? Done. And for the cows, I'll grab 2 large square bales of hay for £3,000 altogether, and 1 square bale of straw for £1,400. That should keep the little ones fed and bedded until I get things up and running. Let's get these stacked neatly. Highland cattle. I've always liked the idea of working with them. Proper tough animals, slow growers but steady. If I can raise a decent herd, they might be the thing that actually turns this farm around. But really, I can't rely on just animals forever. I need my own field soon, something I can plant, harvest, and reinvest. Even if it means taking on more debt, I think it's worth it. This whole place needs a future, and that starts with a bit of confidence, and maybe a bit of risk too. Right, I should ring Fiona at the animal dealer. Better see if she's got any Highland calves in.
Hello, Fiona speaking.
Hi, Fiona, it's Liam. I've just bought that abandoned farm up the road and I'm looking to start a little herd. Have you got any Highland calves available? Newborns preferably.
Oh, congratulations on the farm. Yes, I've actually got a good batch of Highland babies in, 0 months old. How many were you thinking?
10 would be ideal to start with.
10 is a tidy number. They're £300 each, and if you need delivery, I can run them over for 50 a head.
That'd be perfect. I don't have an animal trailer yet. So, 3,000 for the calves and 500 for delivery. I'm happy with that.
Lovely. I'll get them sorted and bring them to your yard once you give me the word.
Thanks, Fiona. Really appreciate it.
No trouble at all, Liam. See you soon.
Cheers. Speak soon.
Look at them. 10 little Highland calves, all brand new to the world. They've got their hay, plenty of space, and they're already full of energy. Can't wait to see how they grow over the next couple of years. £8,500 left in the bank isn't going to carry the farm for long. Better get back to work and bring some money in. Looks like a handful of Deadwood contracts around Kinlaig too. Those'll keep me busy. Let's map this out. Yeah, that route should do. Fertiliser on the back, tractor prepped, time to head off. Hello?
Liam, my boy, just checking in. Heard you've settled into that abandoned farm of yours.
Oh, hi Uncle Alistair. Yeah, I'm in properly now. Picked up 10 Highland calves this morning. Feels good having animals of my own.
I'm delighted for you, though I'll admit the house is quieter without you around. Still, only a year it took you to get on your feet. I'm proud of you. And I've been hearing plenty from the local farmers too. Sounds like you've been helping half the valley with all these contract jobs.
Trying my best. I've built up a good bit of kit now, so I can take on a lot more than I could last year. Makes a difference having the right tools, and the money helps, obviously.
Of course it does. Now tell me, got your eye on anything next?
Well, I really want my own field. Something I can plant, harvest, reinvest into. But I'd probably need to take on more debt to get one.
There's nothing wrong with that, lad. Debt's only dangerous if you ignore it. If you keep the payments manageable, that field could pay for itself. More land means more crops. More crops means more money.
True. I've been thinking of starting simple anyway. The farm's got a silage pit already, so maybe I'll cut some grass and start filling it. Might need to buy a windrow and a forage wagon though.
That's a sound plan. Silage sells well. And for your cattle, get yourself a Tedar too if you want proper hay. Feed them straight from the forage wagon. Keep them growing strong. You'll have a tidy operation running before long.
Thanks, Uncle. Really appreciate it.
Anytime, lad. Call me if you need anything.
Will do. Here we are, September already. Summer's fading, the farm's settling in, and there's plenty to do if I want to get ahead this season. Time to get back to it. Right, first things first. Let's see how the calves are doing. 1 month old now, all 10 of them, and they're nearly worth what I paid for them already. Plenty of work, but plenty of potential too. Time to have a look at the fields. That one at the back, owned by Katie, has peas ready to harvest. Field 16 is over £200,000. Can't afford that right now. Field 12 next door, £318,000. Even worse. Field 17 on the other side, £300,000. Field 13, £130,000. Field 14, £150,000. Field 10, £130,000. Field 9, £100,000. Cheapest, yes, but quite a way out. Still, something to keep in mind. I think 13 is looking like the best option for now, close enough to keep an eye on everything. Right, back to work. 1 Deadwood job for Katie, right next to Field 13, and then 2 larger hoeing contracts, each over £6,000. That should put the bank balance back in a healthy spot. Let's hitch up and get moving. Still got that sealed letter from Margaret tucked away. Not sure when I'll open it. Not much point getting distracted right now with all these contracts. Maybe in winter, when things calm down. I'll see what's inside. If it's something from the Highland Trust, could be connected to land deals. The council, trying to buy out farms without consent. That article about disputes in Kinlaig. Maybe that's what happened to Ewan McLeod. He could have been fighting to keep his land and ended up caught in a mess. And now I've bought the same farm, the same land. Could be some of that pressure is passed on to me. Margaret must have known something was coming if she was keen to sell it. Secrets hidden in plain sight, it seems. Who knows what else might be tied up with this farm. For now, I've got calves to feed, contracts to complete, and a lot of work ahead. But it's worth keeping one eye on these things. The more I get to know this farm, the more I'll see how much history, and maybe trouble, comes with it. Right, all contracts done and payments collected. That should give the bank a nice boost. Now, I've been thinking it's time to get a proper cultivator. Let's head over to the shop and see what's available. Ah, here we go. John Deere 980, £9,500. 4 metre working width, 110 horsepower. My tractor's a bit underpowered, but it should just about manage. There's plenty of cultivating contracts to keep me busy with the new cultivator, and it should pay for itself in no time. Already 4 jobs on the board, 1 from Noah, 3 from Walter. All decent pay, but the fields are fairly big, so it'll probably take most of the month to get everything done. At least, once these are finished, there'll be a nice big payout to help chip away at the bank loan and start saving for more gear to get this farm fully up and running. Hello?
Hi Liam, Walter here. How's it going? Thanks for picking up these contracts. I've just got too much on my plate right now, so it's great to have someone willing to help in the area. Heard some good things from Katie and David too. The work you've already done has been top-notch.
Thanks, Walter. I'm settling in nicely now. The farm's coming together, and these contracts are keeping me busy.
I also heard from the locals that you bought the abandoned farm. You knew Ewan McLeod, right? That was strange when he disappeared. Just his truck left in the woods and no sign of him for a year. Really odd.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's a bit of a mystery.
Here's something you might want to consider. I used to talk to Euan quite a lot. He was a good friend of mine and the others. Proper local farmer, through and through. But he was always protective of his workshop. You're probably parking your tractor there?
Yeah, that's where I've been storing it.
Exactly. He never let us in there. Makes you wonder if he was hiding something inside that he didn't want anyone to see. And mind you, this was only a few months before he disappeared. Could be stuff going on behind the scenes we didn't know about. Might be worth looking around the farm if you're curious.
Margaret seems to think something's going on too. That could be why she was so desperate to sell it. Maybe she knows more than she's letting on.
Sounds about right. Anyway, have a look when you get the chance. Once your contracts settle down, maybe in winter, you'll have more time. And let me know if you need any help. I'm glad you've been able to tackle all these cultivating jobs. I simply didn't have the time myself.
Will do. Thanks, Walter. I'll keep an eye out and see what I can find. Right, all 4 cultivating jobs are done. Took me the whole month, but a nice big payout's on the way. Feels good to wrap September up like this. Excited to see what October brings. Hopefully some more work and a chance to make a real difference with the farm. October's here already. Winter's creeping closer and the mornings are getting colder. Everything's starting to slow down and contracts might start to dry up. So I need to make sure I bring in as much money as I can before the frost hits. The farm's looking good though. The barns are still in a bit of a state, but the calves are healthy and I have a nice assortment of equipment already. Excited to see how things develop over the next few months, but I need to stay on top of it all. Katie's peas have withered and haven't been harvested. I better give her a call and see if she's all right, or if she needs a hand with the field.
Hello?
Hi Katie, it's Liam. I was just looking at your field out by the farmyard. Noticed the peas haven't been harvested. Everything all right? Need any help?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. Just haven't had time. Honestly, it's all a bit overwhelming at the moment. If you want to, you could take a contract and cultivate it for me.
That's a shame. Such a good plot wasted. I'd love to buy it someday.
Well, it's my land. Things are hard in Kinlaig right now, and the Highland Land Trust's been on my back about that plot. But I don't want to talk about it. Please, just stay out of my business.
All right, I understand. I'll leave it be for now. Interesting. If it's causing her trouble, it could be because it's so close to my farm. Something to keep in mind. Anyway, time to move on, and at least I can help Katie out by doing this cultivating job for her. Bit of cash for me, and helping out a local farmer in need. Hopefully she's okay. Now, I think it's finally time to pull the trigger on Field 13. I'm going to head to the bank and see if I can get a bigger loan. Field 13 looks perfect, just the right location, and it will really help expand the farm. Hello. I was hoping to borrow £110,000 over 2 years.
£110,000 is a sizable loan, but you've got a solid asset history. Your farm and equipment are acceptable collateral. The monthly payments would be an additional £4,860, bringing your total to £8,389 for the next 2 years.
Right,
That's a big commitment, but I think it's worth it.
Very well. Loan approved.
Here we go. £130,000, and field 13 is officially mine.
Green beans currently planted. Nice crop, but the harvester is way too expensive. Almost £500,000. Even leasing it is out of reach. For now, I'll just take some soil samples to see what we're working with. Right, £800 to lease the sampler. Should give me a good idea of the soil before we plant anything proper. Field 13. It's officially ours. And now the work really begins. Right, here we are. First time on my own field. Feels good just driving across it, seeing it from this angle. Can't harvest these peas, so this month it'll just be about getting the soil ready. Might as well get it cultivated into proper soil and start fresh. Next month, I reckon it'll just about be the right time to plant grass before winter really sets in. That way it'll get established, and come next year, we should be able to cut it a few times. Hopefully it'll give a decent amount of silage for the calves, and maybe even a little to sell for extra profit. Silage is always useful around here. Keeps the cows fed and generates a bit of money too. Really need to take good care of this one. It's mine now, not a contract field, not someone else's problem. Seeing the farmhouse in the distance, the yard. It's a great feeling knowing I can make my own decisions here. Every decision I make now affects how well this farm will run next year. Right, that's all the soil data collected. Let's hitch up the cultivator and get this field sorted. First time cultivating my own land. Feels a little special. Got to make sure it's done properly. Field 13, a blank slate. I can plant what I like here, start fresh, and really build something. Contracts have been great, but there's nothing like working your own land. Grass for silage is the plan, and I want it to grow strong. This is going to make a real difference for the calves next year, and for the farm in general. My own field, my own choices, my own future. Looking at options for the next step. Dalbo Maxi Roll 630 green line. Grass roller and cedar combination if I add the additional unit. Total cost comes to £21,000. Definitely doable, but I'll need to make sure there's enough money coming in from contracts to cover the 2 loans and still leave at least £8,500 in the bank each month. Right, let's see what's available. 2 cultivating contracts, a fertilising contract, and 3 hoeing contracts. That should keep me busy and make enough to stay on top of the loans and save for the grass roller. Time to hit the road and get to work. Means I can't just spend freely. I'll need to get back into doing contract work this month, bring in enough money to cover the loan payments and save for the grass roller. Then I can plant in November before the end of the year. No shortcuts if I want this farm to grow properly.
Hello, Liam. How's the farm coming along?
Hi Margaret, it's going well thanks. Busy but good. I actually wanted to ask you about something. Have you ever noticed anything unusual around the farm? Or anything Euan might have left behind before he disappeared?
Well, now that you mention it, there is something I remembered. Euan used to go up into the attic quite often. He always carried a tin full of old photographs. But I never saw what was inside. I never looked either. I guess I just trusted he had his reasons.
Photographs, huh? Maybe there's something in there that could give us a clue about what happened to him. Funny, Walter mentioned that Euan was always very protective of his workshop too. Do you know why?
Oh, yes. Not even I went into that shed. It was always his space, so I let him have it. But now that you mention it, maybe there was something in there worth checking out. Anything to find out what happened to my husband. It's been so hard without him recently. I don't know what to do with myself anymore. He ran the farm, I ran the house. It all worked so well together. And now, I'm alone. Liam, if you find anything, any clue about him, please, would you share it with me?
Of course, Margaret. I'll do my best. I think once things settle down for winter, I'll have some time to go through the attic and see if there's anything in the photographs. I also plan to take a careful look in the shed, see if there's anything in the workshop that might help.
That would mean a lot to me, Liam. I just I want to know what happened. Even the smallest clue would help.
I understand. I'll keep an eye out and be thorough. I haven't opened the red sealed envelope yet either. I've been too busy, and I'm a bit wary of what might be inside. But I will get to it at some point.
Ah, the envelope. Yes, I wondered about that. And Liam, that field next to your yard, the one Katie owns, you mentioned she seemed a little defensive about it.
Yes, she was. Quite firm. She mentioned the Highland Land Trust and didn't want me interfering.
Oh, yes. She's owned that field a long time. Euan always wanted it because it was so close, but she would never have sold it to him. Maybe she's having the same issues he was having with the council or the land trust. Let's just hope nothing happens to Katie anytime soon.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. For now, I'll focus on the contracts and the farm. Then once winter arrives, I can start looking around properly.
Thank you, Liam. It really means a lot. Please stay safe and let me know if you find anything.
I will, Margaret. Take care.
Right, last fertilising job, then all 6 contracts are done. 2 cultivating, 3 hoeing, and this one. Big month. Busy, but it's paid off. Margaret called earlier. She was telling me about Euan, the attic photographs he kept, and the workshop he was always so protective of. It really makes you think. There might be clues up there, or in the shed, about what actually happened to him. She's been through so much, and it's hard to imagine what she's had to deal with all these years. I'll take a proper look once winter settles in, and I've got a bit of time on my hands. Contracts are all complete now, time to turn them in, and that's a really good payday. Money in the bank, loans covered, and a nice buffer to get the farm ready for the winter months. October's been tough, but productive. The calves are growing, the silage pit's looking good, and field 13 is ready for planting next month. Feels good to have everything in place before winter really sets in.
Well, I've found the tin of photographs in the attic, just like Margaret said. Got them with me now. Very interesting stuff in there. Doesn't give away too much. Let's check on the Highland cattle. They're 3 months old now, and even at this age, I'd make a decent profit if I sold them. Once they start reproducing over the next couple of years, these guys are going to be worth a lot. Time to head to the shop. First on the list, we need the Dalbo Maxi Roll 630, and we're adding the cedar unit to it. Total cost, £21,000, but it's cheaper than the other cedars, and it's perfect for grass. We'll also need seeds, £1,260. Once we've got all that, we can take it back to the farm and plant our very first field with grass, just in time before winter sets in. Right, let's get this field done. First proper planting on my own land. Feels good. Winter's approaching, so getting grass in now will set us up nicely for next year's silage and cattle feed. Now, about these photos I found in the attic. First one is Euan in the middle, surrounded by 4 friends. Can't recognise any of them, but maybe the local farmers will. One even looks like Walter. Could be interesting to figure out who these people were. Maybe they had some connection to him before he disappeared. This photo is old, not recent, but it shows he had close ties. Maybe it'll help uncover more about what happened to him. Second photo. A winding road with green fields either side. A red barn in the distance. Looks familiar. I think I've seen something like this around Kinlaig. Maybe that barn or the land around it holds some clue. Something from the past that Euan was involved in. I'll need to keep my eyes open when I have time to explore. Could be nothing, but could also be important. Third and final photo. This one's interesting. It's Euan's workbench in the workshop. Looks just like the one in the shed here. There's an arrow pointing to 2 boxes with a label saying the key. If that key's still there, it might open something important. Maybe documents, maybe something else. Both Margaret and Walter said he never let anyone into this workshop, but now it's mine. Once the month settles down, I'll have a proper look and see what's inside. Could be very useful, or maybe it'll just add more questions. Either way, I'm intrigued. While all this is going on, the grass will be in, and I can start planning the next steps.
Now it's time to focus on contracts. I've just accepted a big cultivating job from Walter and 2 mowing contracts from other local farmers. Only £4,300 in the bank, so getting these done before November ends should put me back on track to cover my loans and keep the farm running smoothly. Let's head out and get them done.
Hello, Liam. Just checking in. How's the farm coming along? Heard anything more about McLeod?
Well, Uncle, there's been a lot going on. I found a tin of photographs in the attic Margaret mentioned. One shows Euan with some old friends, another's of a road and barn I might know, and the third, the workshop workbench, with an arrow pointing to 2 boxes labelled The Key. Margaret thinks there could be clues in them, and I'm planning to check the workshop once things settle down.
Sounds like there's quite a bit happening. Be careful, Liam. I know the area's quiet, but all these mysteries around the abandoned farm, you don't want to rush into anything.
Yeah, I'll be careful. On top of that, I noticed Katie's field right next to the farm. Her peas withered, hadn't been harvested. She got defensive when I asked, mentioned the Highland Land Trust. I can't help feeling she might be hiding something too.
You could be right. Always pays to stay cautious. Kinlaig seems quiet, but there's always something happening behind the scenes.
Exactly. I'm intrigued to see if this key in the workshop boxes could tell me anything. Could be important, could just be another puzzle.
Just take your time, stay safe, and keep your wits about you. Sounds like you've got a lot on your plate, but I'm glad the farm's running well.
Will do, Uncle. Thanks for checking in. Take care. All right, back to work. Let's finish these contracts and get the month wrapped up.
This November has been a bit of a grind with all these contracts, but the farm's looking good. These calves are thriving, the grass is in, and hopefully all this work will set us up nicely for winter. A few more months like this and the farm will really be running smoothly. All right, let's collect these. Cultivating, mowing, there we go. That's November wrapped up with a decent payout. Just what we needed to keep on top of the loans. Back at the farm. Let's get this mower parked. Right, now to the workshop. I want to see if I can find anything that matches those boxes in the photo. If there's something important, I need to get a look before winter fully sets in. Could be clues left behind by Euan. There it is. 2 workbenches just like in the photograph. Never thought to actually look closely at these. Let's have a look and see what's inside. Looks just like the photo. Let's see. There's something inside. A key. Just like the photo said. Rusted. Old. But what does it open? Could be anything. Winter's here. Cold mornings, frost on the ground, quiet around the farm. Best start with the cattle and make sure they're all right. They've grown well. 4 months old already. Looking at the market now, the price has almost doubled since I got them. Field 13's coming along nicely. Grass is thickening up, green despite the frost, and the yield potential is looking pretty promising. Should be a good cut come spring if it keeps growing like this. For now, more work for the local farmers. 2 jobs nearby. Cultivating Field 14 and Field 10. Later in the month, I've got 3 more jobs lined up when I have more time around Kinlaig. But first, focus on the ones nearby. Keeps travel short and work steady. Can't afford wasted trips. First job of the month. Field 10, just down the road. Shouldn't take too long, but it's important to get it done right. Every job counts. Every pound counts. Can't be leaving things half finished. Let's get going. Grace, hey, everything all right?
Hey, just needed someone to talk to. The farm's been a lot. And sorry about my rant the other day.
I know, I understand. I feel awful leaving you to handle it all on your own.
It's been busy, yeah. Animals, schedules, the crops. It's a lot for one person. But I'm managing.
You shouldn't have had to.
I should have stayed longer.
You had a flight, Liam. Scotland wasn't some holiday. Godric knew you were going. You were supposed to go. And honestly, staying longer at the farm back then wouldn't have changed what happened with him.
Yeah, but leaving you alone to deal with all of this, I hate that. Hope's got a baby to care for, and you're here keeping the farm going alone. It doesn't sit right.
I get it. It wasn't ideal, but I'm handling it. You staying longer wouldn't have helped me, or Hope, or Ethan. It would have just worn you out.
Still feels like I ran away. Like I left everyone drowning while I left for Scotland.
No. You stayed through the immediate aftermath. You made sure Godric was stable. You helped Hope through the first hours. You did what mattered. Then you left because you had to. You didn't abandon anyone.
Does Hope think I abandoned them?
No, she understands. She knows you were there when it mattered. And she knows I've got the farm covered. She appreciates it, trust me.
I'll make it up to you. To both of them. I promise.
I know you will. Just check in when you can, okay? Don't disappear on us.
You have my word.
Thanks, Liam. Talk soon.
Yeah. Bye.
Leaving Grace alone. It still eats at me. She's been so understanding, but I can't stop thinking about it. Godric. Lying there in Montana, and I'm here, 1,000 miles away. I should have stayed longer. I should have done more. And Hope, and little Ethan, leaving them to deal with all of this while I ran off to start my own thing. I feel like a terrible friend. Like I've let everyone down. But maybe she's right. Godric was excited for me. Excited that I'd be starting my own adventure in Kinlaig after all he's done. He believed in me, even now. I hope he wakes up. I hope I get to see him again, talk to him like old times, laugh at all the stupid things we used to do. Godric, I hope you can hear me thinking about you, hoping, willing you to come back. Last one done. 5 jobs this month. Long month. Dark nights, cold mornings. But that's December done. Time to head back. Turn in the contracts, collect the rewards, and get some rest. The new year's almost here. January. Fresh start. New fields to plant, animals to check, contracts to take. Maybe it'll be a good year. If Godric wakes up, maybe he can see how far we've all come. I just have to keep going, one step at a time. Wait, what's that? Did I imagine that? No, that was real, wasn't it? Or was it? Was it Godric? Hello? Anyone there? Who's... No, no one's here. Must be my imagination. Surely it was my imagination. That gave me the creeps. Nothing. Just the wind, shadows. I'm seeing things. All this talk about Godric. I miss him.
Whatever that was, it wasn't right. Something's going on at this farm. I can feel it. And I don't know if it's in my head or if something here is actually watching me.
January already. Sunny morning, fresh air, and just under 30 grand in the bank. Not a bad start to the year. And look at these guys. 10 beautiful Highland calves. They're coming along really well. Strong, healthy, proper little beasts. I've been going back and forth on what tractor I want next. I keep coming back to the New Holland T8000 series. The fent's been good,
but it's not going to cut it forever. That reversing speed alone drives me mad. 111,500. Big price, but what a machine. Could get it on hire purchase, but not with the 2 loans I'm already carrying. Last thing I need is another payment hanging over my head. Maybe next year. No rush. Right. Think I'll head into town. Been a while since I've checked in on Uncle Alistair. Good excuse to stretch the legs and see how he's getting on. Kinlaig's such a beautiful place. Even with all the stories, all the mysteries people go on about. Never gets old coming down here.
Well now, look who's decided to show their face. Haven't seen you in a good couple of months, lad.
Yeah, been busy settling in at the farm. It's been a lot, but I'm getting there.
Aye, I can see that. You've really started making it your own. Heard you bought Field 13, planted grass in it too. Growing well, I hear?
Yeah, it's coming through nicely. Should be ready for silage and hay in spring.
And good on you for taking those loans. Big risk, but it'll pay off. Just keep up with the contract work and you'll do fine.
That's the plan. Hey, speaking of things I've been meaning to sort, Margaret gave me this envelope. Red seal on it. Said she didn't want to open it herself.
Red seal, you say? That sounds dodgy. You should probably open it soon. Could be something important.
Yeah, I've been thinking the same.
Tell you what, while you've got the time, take a drive out to the old Kinlaig castle behind me on the docks. Beautiful spot. Good place to clear your head. And maybe open that envelope.
I haven't been yet. Maybe I should go have a look.
Aye, and take a fishing rod. No sense going all the way out there without catching something.
All right, castle it is. Maybe it's finally time to see what's inside that envelope, and maybe get a bit of fishing in while I'm at it.
Feels like it's been ages since I properly explored any of Kinlaig. Mostly just tractors, fields, and contracts. Never really had the time to look around. Castle's just up the road. Might be a good chance to clear my head and finally open this envelope Margaret gave me. Been sitting with me for weeks, been bugging me, but I've been a bit too scared to open it. Today seems like the right time. Weather's decent, and I've got my fishing rod too. Might as well make a proper day of it. Well, this is it. Just like ripping off a band-aid. Let's open this thing up and see what's inside. From the Highland Land Trust Limited, Regional Office. Dear Mrs. McLeod, this letter serves as a formal notice regarding the farm you own. As previously communicated, the trust development timeline cannot proceed until you sign over the deed to us. We must insist you reconsider our offer, which remains well above the market valuation given the circumstances. We note your continued refusal to engage with our representatives. This is not an acceptable position, and the Trust is prepared to implement enforcement measures should no agreement be reached within 21 days of this notice. For your own sake, we strongly recommend cooperation. Signed, R. Calder, Regional Director, Highland Land Trust Limited. So that's why Margaret wanted out so quickly. Enforcement measures. Resolve obstructions. What does that even mean? If they were pushing her that hard, what happens now that I own the place? Am I next? What do they even need it for? This isn't just a letter. Something's going on here. And if they came after her, and Euan disappeared, I might be walking straight into it now. But it's my land. I can't just ignore it. I'll have to be careful, keep my eyes open, and see where this goes.
Hello, Fiona. How's it going?
Oh, Liam. I was just thinking about you and the farm. How's the abandoned place coming along? Settling in all right?
It's going well. Slowly getting it sorted. Getting the cows settled and the field under control.
I actually went out to Kinlaig Castle today. Bit of a day trip, cleared my head, and finally opened that envelope from Margaret.
You opened it? Do tell, Liam. What did it say?
It's from the Highland Land Trust. Basically, they were demanding Margaret hand over the farm, offered above market value, but she refused. Now the letter says they're prepared to take enforcement measures if no agreement is reached in 21 days.
Good heavens, that's brutal. Usually they just ask, offer a little pressure, but they don't threaten people outright.
I'll call if anything changes. Thanks. Finished the last of the contract jobs, tidied up a few fields, and got some proper work done around the farm. Animals are settled, everything's looking healthier, and the bank's sitting at £25,000. Not bad at all. Ready to move into February, keep building, and see where this year takes the farm. February's here. The mornings are crisp, clear skies, and the farm's quiet but ready to wake up. Plenty to do this month, keeping the fields healthy, getting the animals fed, and making sure everything's in shape for spring. It's a fresh start after January, and there's a lot to look forward to. First job this month, fertilising my own grass field. Field 13's the one I planted last year, and if I want a good cut in spring, I need to make sure it's ready to grow. Soil's been resting, so now it's time to give it a proper boost. Heading out to Field 13 now. Can already imagine it in a few months. Thick, healthy grass ready to cut. That reminds me, I've got a mower, but I'm not sure it'll be good enough long term. Might need to upgrade in a year or two. A bigger mower, windrow, forage wagon, either on hire purchase or outright if I can manage. For hay for the Highland cattle, I'll also need a Tedar to dry some of the grass and make enough feed. They're running low, and I don't want to risk the herd. This farm, it's beautiful, but there's still a lot I don't know. That figure I saw in the darkness in December, was it real or my imagination? Is someone watching? And the Highland Land Trust, are they going to come after me like they did Margaret and Euan? Or will it be something else entirely? Could be dangerous. I just don't know. But I can't dwell on it too much. For now, I need to focus on the work. It's a beautiful place, Kinlaig, this part of Scotland. Land like this, fresh air, the sound of the river and the hills. I've got to make the most of my time here, especially after what happened in Montana with Godric and Grace. There's plenty to worry about, but farming keeps me grounded.
And with that, more Deadwood contracts to keep me busy throughout the month. 5 of them should be a nice little income to cover the loan payments for February. Not much else, but it keeps things moving. Time to get on with these and help the locals clear their trees.
Liam.
Hey, Giles. Wow, it's been ages. I completely forgot to call you. Being caught up with everything. Montana, Godric, moving to Scotland. Sorry for disappearing.
Yeah, I figured you were busy. But seriously, man, 2 years without a call?
Yeah, well, Godric's still in a coma. Grace is looking after the farm over there. I had to move out here and get my own farm sorted. It's been a lot. But Scotland's been good. Beautiful place. Kinlaig's amazing. It's something else. Full of history, but strange at times. Mysterious too.
Mysterious?
The Highland Land Trust is aggressive, sending formal notices, talking enforcement measures. Not sure what's really going on, and the farm, well, it's quiet. But sometimes it feels like someone's watching. And Euan disappearing. Still haunting me a bit.
Keep your head down and take care of yourself.
Will do, Giles. Thanks for checking in. Means a lot.
Funny, being out here, working in these woods.
This is the same area Euan went missing. Just up the hill there, they found his truck. Hard to believe it's been almost 2 years. No one's heard from him since. Makes you wonder, could he still be around? Or something worse? Could be hiding in the mountains or, well, who knows? All right, contracts turned in, money accounted for, February's done, Deadwood cleared, bank topped up a bit, and the farm's still standing. Now, time to head home, rest up, and get ready for March. More work ahead, but at least it's a start.
March is here. Loans are biting hard. £9,000 a month just to keep things moving. It's a lot, but if it's worth it, hopefully it will pay off in the end. The farm's got potential.
Look at these cattle, 7 months old now, looking really healthy, worth almost 1,000 each. I'll look after them for another couple of years at least before even thinking about selling. Field 13's looking good. Thick, strong growth. Should be ready to harvest in April. If everything keeps going as it is, this'll be a nice cut. Money's tight. Only 22 grand in the bank, so contracts are the way to keep it moving. 2 round bale wrapping contracts available this month. First time I get to use the wrapper here in Kinlaig. Field 6 and Field 31. Perfect. Time to get moving and make the most of it. Wrapping's familiar. Did plenty back in Montana. Smaller farm here, but the process is the same. Pallet full of wrap. Bales ready. Let's get this done. First time doing it out here. Wind's light, sun's low. Nice conditions.
While we're out here wrapping, I just want to give a big shout out to some of our NextGen legends. Raven Eye Aerials, The Macabre Tavern, Jamie Morpeth, Dylan Bove, Spectra the Ice Knight, Jadan Colorado, C Senpai, and Jaden Sig. A massive thank you for all your support, you legends. Really appreciate you sticking with the farm and all the adventures here in Kinlaig. Makes all the hard work feel worth it, knowing there's people out there cheering it on.
Heading up to Field 31 now. That hilltop looks familiar. Wait, that ruined barn up there. It's like the photo I found in Ewan McLeod's photo tin. Wrong angle from here, but could be the same building. Might have changed a lot in the years since that photo was taken, but it's interesting. Really makes you wonder what was going on back then. Now I can't stop thinking about that rusted key I found in Euan's barn. What could that be for? Maybe after finishing these contracts, I'll head up and take a closer look at the castle, or ruined barn, whatever it is.
Right, that's Field 31 wrapped up. Everything's lined up neatly, all the bales accounted for. Now, parking up here, this spot, it's almost exactly where the photo was taken. Angle's a little off, but you can see it. This ruined barn or castle, whatever it was. Definitely the same place. Must have been taken years ago. A lot's changed since then, but the shape, the stones, the way it sits on the hilltop, it's unmistakable. Looking around, doesn't seem like there's anything hidden. Just ruins, just stones and broken walls. I doubt there's anything left here that I could open with that rusted key. Seems like plenty of people have been through these ruins over the years. No secret doors, no hidden boxes that I can see. At least, not for now. Still, interesting to think what this place used to be. Some sort of castle? Could it even be rebuilt? The foundations are solid enough in parts, at least it looks that way.
And from this side, looking over the edge, I can see all the way down to the farm. That view puts things in perspective, makes the farm look smaller. And over on this side, the Kinlaig Valley stretches out, hills rolling into the distance.
Right, those 2 bale wrapping contracts are done. Got the payments in? Always satisfying to see that money move into the bank. Looks like there's a fertilising contract available, and 2 hoeing jobs. Might as well take them. All 3 should keep me busy and get some steady income for the month. Time to hitch up the weeder and head to field 10 first. First hoeing job, field 10. Shouldn't take too long, but better get it done properly. Hello, Uncle Alistair.
Liam, did you open that envelope from Margaret? What did it say? Tell me everything, lad.
Well, it's from the Highland Land Trust. It was basically a formal notice to Margaret about her farm. And now that I own it, it applies to me. They're insisting she, or I, sign over the deed. They're prepared to take enforcement action.
Forceful, you say? That's not normal, Liam. Usually these trusts negotiate, they don't threaten. If they're this heavy-handed, there's something else going on. You need to watch your back. I've heard whispers about them, strange dealings in the past, and if you're onto something with Ewan McLeod disappearing, this could be linked. We need to be careful. Let's hope they don't come knocking at your door.
Yeah, I'll keep my eyes open. I just didn't expect it to be so direct. Makes you wonder what they were really after with Euan, and why Margaret felt she had no choice but to sell.
Keep your wits about you. Don't take any risks unnecessarily, and let me know if anything seems off.
Thanks. Talk soon.
Alright, last job of the month. Just need to get this fertilising done, then we can finally call it a wrap.
What the? Is that someone in the garden?
Hey, who are you? Show yourself. Whoa, what the? No, someone was right here. I swear I saw... Godric? No, that's ridiculous. He's in a coma, Liam, get a grip. Alright, where'd you go then? Come on. Anyone here? Nothing. Brilliant. Losing my mind on my own front lawn.
These long hours, and thinking about Godric lying there every night. It's messing with me. I've got to stop doing this to myself. Okay, no chance I'm doing that fertilizing job.
But the 2 weeding ones, done. Turn those in. New month, fresh start. April. Please, for once, just be normal. Spring at last, and would you look at that? The whole place finally feels alive again. Grass is up, sun's out, and for once the farm doesn't look like it's about to collapse in on itself. Field 13 is looking perfect for a first cut. Honestly, days like this should feel good. And they do, mostly. If only these weird flashes of Godric would stop creeping into my head every 5 minutes. I know it's just guilt, or stress, or something, but it's getting old fast. Still, no point dwelling. April's here, and I've got work to do. First job of spring, get this little mower hooked up. It's tiny, so this is going to take a wee while, but it'll do the job. Field 13 is all grass, and cutting it now should set me up nicely. Plan is simple enough. Cut the whole thing, then I'm thinking I'll head into the shop and grab myself a Tedar and a windrow. Probably ted half the field into hay, keep the rest as straight grass, then windrow the lot so I can scoop it up with a forage wagon. Only problem is, I don't actually own a Tedar, a windrow, or a forage wagon. So that's 3 bits of kit I've got to sort out today. Money-wise, well, I've got 24.5 grand sitting in the bank, which sounds nice until you remember how bloody expensive farm equipment is. The Tedar and windrow shouldn't break the bank too badly, but that forage wagon? Yeah, I'm not buying that outright. I'll have to grab it on hire purchase. Luckily, the model I'm looking at isn't too pricey, but still, everything adds up. Story of my life these days. Right, that's the Tedar picked up, 6 grand down the drain. And the windrow, 9 grand. Cheers to that. All right, Tedar on the front, windrow on the back. Oh, now hang on, look at this. If I leave the Tedar up front and the windrow on the back, I could ted the grass into hay in front of me and row it up behind me at the same time. That's actually genius. Proper farmer efficiency, this. I might actually save myself a couple hours here. Imagine that. Me being efficient. Mark the date. 2 laps in, let's see how this is. Wait, why is it all still green? No. The Tedar doesn't even work going backwards. Of course it doesn't. Oh, brilliant. So I've just driven around like an absolute clown, spinning grass at the wrong end of the machine. Yep, there it is. Grass on the left, proper hay on the right from when I accidentally lifted it the right way for a second. Right, enough of that. Windrow goes down for later. Tedar on the back, where it actually works. Let's make some real hay this time. I'll ted a few rows down the middle, keep the outer ring as grass. Mixed load never hurt anyone. All right, let's get stuck in. Again.
Hey Liam, just thought I'd call and see how you're getting on.
Margaret, hey, just working out in the field. Glad you called because, well, I opened the envelope.
Oh Liam, I feared you might. What did you find in it?
It's from the Highland Land Trust. Pretty forceful stuff. They wanted you to hand over the deed to the farm, offering above market value, but the wording was rough. Said if no agreement was made within 21 days, they'd take enforcement measures. No delay, no more correspondence. Basically, sign it over or else.
I feared as much. That's why I couldn't bring myself to open it. They were pushing Euan hard near the end, harder than anyone realised. He didn't tell me everything, but I knew something was wrong.
Why didn't you warn me it was that serious?
Because I didn't want to scare you off, Liam. You were so excited to take on the farm. And I thought, maybe it was all over with Euan gone. But hearing this, I'm not so sure.
I'm not selling, Margaret. And if they come after me, I'll deal with it. But I'm glad I know the truth.
Just promise me you'll be careful, Liam. That land's got history, and not all of it good. I don't want anything happening to you.
I will. And if anything else surfaces, you'll be the first to know. Right, forage wagon time. Only 9.5 grand left in the bank, so hire purchase it is. Option 1 looks decent. £33,000 total, monthly cost 2.5, and only a £1,600 deposit. Manageable enough, and this thing's going to be vital. While I'm here, might as well grab some silage additive too. Need everything in my favour to get the best yield possible this season. Kilted pistons always looks tidy. Helpful bunch in here. Good to finally get a proper forage wagon sorted. Means no messing around trying to move grass with half measures. With spring coming in properly, everything's falling into place. Fields looking strong, cattle are growing nicely, and now I've actually got the kit to bring the hay in properly. Additive stored, nice and neat. Now straight out to field 13 and start picking up these rows. Been a long time coming seeing this field ready to harvest properly. Almost a year of those cattle growing, and now I can finally get their feed sorted myself. Once this is all stored, it opens doors, not just for the cattle, but for the next step I've been holding off on. Goat yoga. I know it sounds mad, but it might actually work. You can buy a goat barn for £50,000, raise them, breed them, and they only eat hay, which we'll finally have plenty of. Fiona can sort me out with the stock, no doubt about it. Then once they're settled in, we can sell goat milk, make cheese, all the usual. But the real plan is the business. Goat yoga classes.
build a proper little studio on the farm for visitors. Bring people in from Kinlaig and the surrounding towns. Bit of wellness, bit of fun, something unique. Could be the extra income I really need. And who knows? Maybe it'll turn into something big around here.
That's the last of the hay dropped off. And look at them. These beautiful Highland cows, nearly full-grown adults. Now they're worth about 1,100 each and growing in value every day. We managed to bring in about 42,000 litres of hay for them. That should keep them fed for several months at least, which is a massive relief. Time to get back out there and start hauling all that grass into the silage pit. Need to get it packed in tight and fermenting as soon as possible. Once it turns, that'll be a proper income source. Silage sales around here are solid, and with additive in the mix, we should get a cracking yield.
Grace? Hey, good to hear from you. Everything all right?
Hi, Liam. Yeah, I'm okay. Just checking in. Thought I'd hear your voice for a change. It's been a while.
Sorry about that. Been meaning to call, just been wrapped up in everything here. How's Montana? How's everything going on Godric's farm?
Actually, better. I've hired some help. 2 blokes from up the road, and one of the neighbors has been dropping by daily. People really stepped up. The place is running smoother than it has in months.
That's good to hear. Really good. I've been worrying about you managing everything on your own.
I was drowning for a while, I'll be honest. But it's manageable now. And Godric.
Any updates?
Doctor said he's stable. No change. Still deep under. They're doing everything they can, but nothing new.
Yeah, I figured. I still think about him every day. Wish I'd done things differently. Wish I'd stayed longer, said more.
Liam, stop. You leaving wasn't selfish. You needed to go. Godric wanted you to live your life, not drown in his. And he'd be proud of what you're building out there, trust me.
Yeah, I know. It's just, lately, Grace, I keep thinking about him more than usual. Couple of nights now, I swear I've seen a figure on the farm. Near the garden, near the barns, just standing there. For a split second, I thought it was Godric. Like he turned up somehow.
Liam, oh love, that's just the stress. You've got a lot on your mind. You miss him. That kind of thing plays tricks on you.
Yeah, I know. Must be my imagination. But it felt so real in the moment. Startles you, you know?
I get it, but don't scare yourself. You're alone out there most days. Anyone would start seeing things. Just breathe. Stay grounded. And remember, you're not alone in this. Call me anytime, okay?
Thanks, really. And if anything changes with Godric, ring me straight away.
Of course. Take care of yourself, Liam.
You too, Grace. Talk soon.
All right, that's the rolling finished. Field's looking good now. Everything that needed turning, cutting and hauling is done, and all that grass is tucked away in the bunker silo, fermenting nicely.
Last bit for the month. A few contracts. 1 spraying job and 3 weeding jobs lined up for the locals. Shouldn't take too long, but these months have been long already, and the loans don't wait.
Even with the long days, it's all starting to feel worth it. The farm's taking shape, the animals are sorted, the silage pit's full, and that means I can finally start thinking properly about the next step. Goat yoga. Aye, it sounds ridiculous every time I say it out loud, but imagine it. Folk coming up to Kinlaig for a bit of yoga in the fresh Highland air, with goats wandering around the mats. Could be something special. I've already been sketching out ideas. Goat barn's £50,000, so that'll take some saving. But once it's built, Fiona can sort me out with a good starter herd. They only need hay, which we finally have plenty of. Then the milk, the cheese, the breeding, all sorts of opportunities. And once the studio's built, we could run proper goat yoga classes here on the farm.
Might bring people in from all around the valley. And between you and me, I've even started designing some goat yoga merchandise. Just mock-ups for now, but shirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers, the whole lot. If folk want something personalised, I can sort that too. Would be brilliant to see these things flying off the shelves one day. Another income stream, and something fun to build alongside the farm itself. After everything with Godric, it's good to feel like I'm building something real here. Something with a future. Even with the mysteries, the trust, and everything else hanging over the place, the farm itself, it's growing. Right, that's the last of the contracts turned in. Money's in the bank, loans covered for another month, and we're ending April on a solid note. Can't complain about that. Time to head home, park up for the night, and get ready for May. Big month ahead. Let's see where it takes us.
May's here. Wet, cold, and raining already. Typical Highlands weather.
Cattle are looking good though, tucked away in the barn, and the silage is nearly finished fermenting. Should be able to sell it by the end of the month. That'll be a huge help.
This month's all about contracts. Need to build that bank balance back up any way I can.
One bale wrapping job on the board, and the rest, all 6 of them, are weeding jobs. This little 6 grand weeder. Absolute lifesaver. Worth every penny. Right then, let's get out there and earn some money. Hello, Fiona. Everything all right?
Hello yourself. Just calling to check in on you and that abandoned farm of yours. How are the cattle? Any more trouble with the trust since we last spoke?
Cattle are doing great. Growing strong, eating plenty. And nope, nothing from the trust. Dead silent. Probably a good thing.
I'd say so. We don't need any more trouble from them lot. So what are you up to today then?
Contracts. Nothing exciting. Weeding mostly. Keeps the money ticking over. But hey, since I've got you, wanted to float something by you.
Oh? Go on then, I'm listening.
Goats. You got any goats in stock? Not to buy right now, not until I've got a new goat barn built and some money saved up. Maybe later in the year, August or so. I've got a bit of a plan brewing. A big one.
Goats. Liam, you serious? Of course I've got goats. Loads of them. But what are you planning? Breeding? Milk? Cheese?
Sort of, but not exactly. I'm thinking goat yoga. Bit mad, I know, but a proper business idea. People coming up to the farm to do yoga sessions with goats wandering about. Could be great for the town, great for the farm, and a nice wee income too.
Oh Liam, that is brilliant. Goat yoga in Kinlaig. You'd have half the valley talking about it. I love it. And once you get that barn built, I'll get you the best starter herd you could want.
That's the plan. Might take a few months, but I'm aiming for it.
So what are you calling this new empire of yours then? Goat yoga. What's the business name?
Good question. Haven't nailed one down yet. Thought of a couple, but nothing feels right.
What about Kinlaig Goat Zen or Highland Hooves Yoga?
Maybe. Could be Goat Glow, or, I don't know, Zen with hens and goats. No, that's terrible.
Oh, stop it, you'll have me choking. Well, whatever you choose, it'll be a hit. I can feel it.
Cheers, Fiona. I'll keep you updated as it comes together.
Do that. Take care, Liam.
You too.
Starting the last weeding job of the month now, and it shouldn't take long. The field is fairly small and straightforward, so a single clean pass should tidy it up nicely for the neighbours and get this contract wrapped up. That's the job complete. Heading back to the farm to put the weeder away, and it's earned its place in the shed for sure. It has carried most of the workload this month, and for something that only cost £6,000,
It has probably made back its price several times over already. 7 jobs in total, and each one adds a bit more to the balance. Processing them one after another, and watching the number climb from 11,500 to around 35,000, heading over to the silage pit next. 114,000 litres of fermented silage. Silage is sitting at around £120 per 1,000 litres, and it barely changes throughout the year. That kind of consistency makes life easier. It means I can sell any time without worrying about missing a better price window. 16,000 litres going into the trailer, and seeing it fill up like that is a proper milestone. This is the first time I'm selling something grown on my own land in Kinlaig, and it marks a real turning point for the farm. Making the short drive to the animal dealer, the first batch brings in just over £2,000, which isn't a fortune on its own, but with several loads to go, it will add up quickly. The goat yoga barn keeps coming up in my mind. It's expensive at 50,000, but it's an investment that could bring in visitors, income, and something unique to the farm. Fiona has goats ready whenever I'm set, and if I aim for August, that might give me enough time to build the barn, plan the space, and start putting the business together. The alternative is saving for the New Holland tractor. It would make every part of this job easier with more power and better capability, but the cost is enormous. Over £100,000, and with the loans I already have, I can't take on more debt. May turned out to be better than expected. The farm's improving, the money's building slowly, and the plans for the summer are taking shape. With June coming up, there's plenty of work ahead and plenty to look forward to. This place is starting to feel like a real farm.
June starts with the cattle looking strong. 10 young adults, all healthy and putting on weight. Plenty of feed left in storage, around 36,000 litres, which takes a lot of pressure off. The bank sits at £38,125. Field 13 looks alright. The grass is coming along, though it could use more fertiliser and the pH is slipping. There's too much work lined up to worry about it right now. Time to take on some contracts. There's a solid cultivating job worth £8,000, another cultivating one alongside it, and 4 weeding jobs too. 6 contracts in total. Plenty to keep the money coming in, and that's the priority. Cultivators attached, and a busy month of contracts ahead. Time to leave the yard and heading straight into the first job of the month. No point wasting good daylight.
Hi, Uncle. Good to hear from you. I'm out here working through a cultivating job, just taking it steady. How are things down in town?
I'm alright, lad. Just wanted to check in. You sounded weighed down the last time we spoke. How are things on that old place of yours? Anything unusual still happening?
I've had a few moments lately where I've seen someone on the farm, just in the corner of my eye. It's enough to stop me, and every time I catch it, I think of Godric. Maybe it's the stress. Maybe it's everything that happened in Montana. Or maybe it's just my head trying to make sense of things. Hard to ignore, though.
That sounds rough, lad. And I'll tell you something. I saw Walter in town a couple of days ago. He looked different, avoided eye contact, didn't say a word. Normally he'd talk the legs off me. Something wasn't right with him.
That matches something I found. In Ewan McLeod's attic, there was an old photo tin. A group of farmers together, standing outside some old shed or barn. Walter was in it.
Wouldn't surprise me. There's been whispers about the trust having their fingers in other farms too. Quiet pressure. Not the kind where you shout about it, but the kind that makes people nervous. Folks around here have been on edge.
Katie acted strange on the phone as well, and her land borders my farm. If Walter's acting off, and the trust has been circling more properties, then this might not be isolated at all.
I'm thinking I should try speaking to Walter next month. See if he'll open up.
Be careful with that, lad. Some men stay quiet because they're scared. Others stay quiet because they're involved. Either way, you need to watch your back. You've walked into something that started long before you arrived.
There's something happening around this land, and I need to understand what it is. Thanks for checking in. I'll keep you posted once I learn more.
Good, and look after yourself, Liam.
That's all 6 contracts finished, and the income's come through. A solid month's work, and the balance looks much healthier for it. July's going to be the big one though, with another full grass cut waiting in field 13. Time to rest up and get ready for it.
July starts with a quick look at the Highland cattle. All 10 of them are filling out well, solid young adults now, and they look settled in the barn. Each cow is worth around £1,500 now, which is incredible considering how young they still are. There's 33,000 litres of hay left in storage, so there's no need to make more this month. That means the entire grass cut can go straight into silage again, ready to ferment for August. Field 13 is ready to harvest. The nitrogen levels are low and the pH isn't great, but the yield still looks promising. I'll take what's here and deal with the soil properly in August. The mower's hooked up and everything is running smoothly. Heading into the field now to get the first cut started. This whole job will take the better part of the day. Cutting, rowing, collecting, and filling the pit. Plenty of time to think. And I keep coming back to that rusted key I found in Ewan McLeod's workshop. It doesn't fit anything on the farm, and Euan kept it hidden away. It feels important, even though I still have no idea what it's meant to open. Maybe it's connected to the photos, or the trust, or something else entirely. That old photo tin in Euan's attic has been bothering me as well. A group of local farmers standing together years ago, Walter included. Euan kept that photo safe for a reason. It wasn't just some memory. If anyone knows the story behind those photos, it's Walter. And after what Uncle Alistair said, it feels like now's the time to ask. Hi Walter, it's Liam Fraser. Sorry for the unexpected call. I just wanted to ask you something about an old photo I found in Ewan McLeod's attic.
If it's the one I think it is, aye, I was in it. What about it?
I'm trying to understand what that picture meant, why Euan kept it.
That was a long time ago, lad. Folk who worked the land together. Nothing special about it.
I'm not trying to cause trouble. Euan disappeared without explanation. The trust pressured Margaret hard. And now that I own the farm, things don't feel right. Uncle said you looked uneasy when you were in town. If something happened back then, I need to know.
You don't want to be mixing yourself in that business. Calder, he's not the kind of man you cross. He pushes folk further than they can take. Some say too far.
If he wanted this farm before, he might want it again. And I'm the one living here now. If there's something going on, I'd rather not find out the hard way.
Listen to me. I've already said too much. Calder doesn't like questions. If he thinks you're digging, he'll come knocking. Keep your head down.
There was another photo in Euan's tin. The ruined barn or castle on the hilltop. Same place I visited earlier this year. Do you know why Euan had a picture of it? Did something happen up there?
Don't talk about that place. Don't go up there. Don't mention it again. You hear me?
Walter, what happened up there?
Drop it, Liam. Just drop it. Calder's dangerous. This whole thing is dangerous. Don't drag me into it.
Something's really not right there. He wasn't just being vague, he was scared. The way he shut down the moment the castle came up, and the way he talked about Calder. It's like everyone knows something they're too afraid to say out loud. Between the key, the photos, the trust, and Euan disappearing. Anyway, enough mysteries for one night.
The silo's full, and that's at least something straightforward. 141,000 litres of silage tucked away. That's a massive achievement for the farm. Been a long month, but £50,000 in the bank after everything, that's a solid place to be. But next time, I really do need to fix that nitrogen issue and get the pH back up. The environmental score shows the weakness plain as day. But the rest? Weed control, soil sampling, tillage, all maxed out. If I can get everything up to a perfect 100, the bonuses alone will be worth it. Plenty to look forward to next season. Right. Days like this are exhausting, but the kind that make the farm feel alive. Nice to just breathe for a moment. Who on earth is visiting at this hour? Hi, can I help you?
Good evening, Mr. Fraser. My name is Ryan Calder. We need to talk.